In a realm where the ordinary blurred with the fantastical, there lived a curious traveler named Elara. One fateful day, as she ventured deep into the heart of the Enchanted Forest, she stumbled upon an ancient oak tree, its roots twisted like serpents, and nestled within them was an ornate pocket watch, shimmering with an ethereal glow. Intrigued, Elara reached down and picked it up. As she turned it over in her hands, she felt a pulse of warmth emanating from the watch. She quickly discovered its magic. With a single twist of the crown, she could transport herself anywhere in the world. Excitement surged through her veins as she envisioned the endless possibilities. She could see the pyramids of Egypt, the bustling streets of Tokyo, and the serene landscapes of the Swiss Alps. But as she explored distant lands, something sinister lurked within the folds of time and space. One afternoon, while experimenting with the watch, she twisted the crown and found herself in a small, secluded village shrouded in mist. The houses were quaint but worn, and the villagers eyed her with a mix of curiosity and suspicion. Despite the warm welcome she received at first, Elara soon sensed an underlying tension. The villagers were reluctant to speak of their past, often glancing at the old clock tower that loomed ominously in the village square. That night, unable to shake her unease, she decided to explore further. As the moon cast an eerie glow over the village, Elara crept through narrow streets until she stumbled upon a hidden gathering in a clearing. Shadows flickered in the firelight as she listened closely. The villagers were engaged in a dark ritual, speaking of sacrifices to the ancient spirits that resided in the forest. They believed the watch she possessed held immense power, and they wanted it for themselves to control time and ensure their continued prosperity. Panic surged through Elara as she realized the village was bound by fear and secrets. She turned to leave, but the villagers, having sensed her presence, began to close in on her, heart pounding. She sprinted back toward the clock tower, desperately twisting the watch's crown, but the power seemed to fade as the villagers chased her. In a final act of desperation, Elara remembered a story she had heard earlier. The clock tower was said to hold the essence of time itself. If she could reach it before they captured her, she might find a way to harness the watch's magic and escape. As she reached the tower, she frantically twisted the watch's crown again, feeling the power ebbing away. The villagers surrounded her, their eyes wild with a mix of fear and greed. Elara pressed her back against the cold stone of the tower. Clutching the watch tightly, she called upon the magic within it, recalling the memories of the places she had visited, each one vibrant and full of life. "Take me away," she shouted, envisioning the breathtaking landscapes she had encountered during her travels. The watch flickered in response, glowing brighter as the air around her crackled with energy. Just as the villagers lunged toward her, Elara felt the familiar rush of wind envelop her, and in an instant she was whisked away. When the whirlwind of colors and sounds subsided, Elara found herself standing on the edge of a cliff overlooking a vast, sun-kissed valley. The village had vanished, leaving behind its dark secrets. She breathed in the fresh air, grateful for her escape. But a sense of responsibility washed over her. Determined to protect the power of the watch from those who would abuse it, Elara decided to hide it in a place where it could not be easily found. After a day of travel, she discovered a serene lake surrounded by mountains, its waters shimmering under the sunlight. She buried the watch deep beneath the soft earth at the water's edge, creating a small marker to remember its location. From that day on, Elara continued her travels, but with a new purpose: to explore the world and help those in need, ensuring that the magic of the watch would never fall into the wrong hands again. The journey had taught her that power, in the wrong hands could lead to darkness. But with courage and determination, she could create a brighter future, one adventure at a time.